Sup guys, who's ready for a no editing, basically podcast video? You guys? Great. Oh, you guys don't want to see that? Then peace out and watch this. But yeah, anyway, so I'm making this video talking about Ridley because there was a Reddit thread recently which compiled different matches from Smash Ultimate of 3 stock 6 minutes between mid, high, and top level players, and he also had a win-loss ratio of the matches. And there's two interesting observations. First, the Inkling had like a 75-ish% win rate, and then Ridley had like a 25-ish% win rate. And now everyone's saying that Ridley is pretty bad for various reasons. Playing as him, against him, watching gameplay, theorycraft, his raw win rate, and he could be bad. But we also remember when Smash 4 came out, everyone thought Diddy was like awful, like he's only had one banana. So you can have these amazing tools we're not seeing yet. And I'm making this video because I think this character is not being played properly in the demo footage. I think this character has some solid tools. He has some big weaknesses, of course. But I think people are really not giving him enough credit because of really early initial impressions. So I just kind of give my thoughts on what I think looks strong about the character, from playing him, from being able to watch him and like break down his gameplay frame by frame. Let's get into it. I'm actually going to talk about the bad parts about him first, his major weaknesses. And these are just the standard heavyweight weaknesses. He's big, so he's easy to combo. His startup is pretty slow with like a 4 or 5 frame jab, it looked like. His Nair, if you have a 6 or 8 frame startup, it was definitely slow. Up B, slow startup. He has multiple jumps, which is nice, but each jump is pretty low. His recovery looks kind of exploitable. And yeah, that's all stuff that, like, heavyweights in general have issues with. Snake was heavyweight in Brawl and he was top tier. DK was pretty dang good in Smash 4 despite being a heavyweight. Now let me get into his strengths. So I mentioned before, people aren't playing this character properly, I don't think. And the reason I say this is because people are trying to run in the opponent's face and mash buttons and grab a lot. And I don't think Ridley is meant to be a grappler. I think his command grab is really good because it's going to punish people for shielding. And I think he's going to force shielding a lot because he has big range on his attacks. Neutral air is massive, back air is massive, his tilts are massive, etc, etc. Also, his attacks don't look that laggy on cooldown. Once you hit someone's block and you space it properly, or even if you whiff, I don't think it's going to be that much time to punish. So I think it'd be very nice. You can just throw out like safe back airs, neutral airs, down tilts, even forward tilts, and just annoy people, make it hard to challenge Ridley, and just pressure them kind of freely once you can start pressing buttons. He's very powerful, meaning you can't afford to like guess wrong on the trades because it would just destroy you in a couple of hits. And as a result, you have to be shielding a lot for him, I'd imagine, which is what's going to make his side B good, although it can be mashed out of at low percents. Yeah, it's going to make his side B good. It looks like his down throw doesn't combo, or if it does, has very specific percents, so that's alright. His pivot grab has a lot of range, making it a very good whiff punish tool and just overall defensive option. And where I'm going with this is that he has a lot of great defensive options. I mentioned all the big range, power, hard to challenge, forces shields, can punish them, but I didn't even talk about fireballs yet. I think his neutral B is going to be amazing. The fireball comes out pretty fast, has very low end lag, and you can follow up, not with combos, but with pressure on it. If someone mashes a button and dashes at you, and you do a quick fireball, guess what? It stops the momentum, and you get to run at them and space something. If they're afraid of it, you shoot multiple fireballs, they block it, and now their shield's going to be low, you can chase them down. Forward smash has a lot of shield damage, so you can do like fireball run up to someone, forward smash their shield, and either get the shield broken or they take the hit, or you read they're not going to shield in the first place, and instead moving, chase them moving. Speaking of which, he is very fast on the ground. His dash tech looks like it kills, so that's nice. Also, speaking of killing, looks like his up throw might kill at like really high percents. Store like a Marth up throw. That's nice to have. But yeah, so I think he's going to keep people out really well. Multiple jumps is going to make mix-ups really cool. We can like jump, double jump at you, and then instead of landing with the aerial, he can do a third jump, then land with the aerial. But he can also mix up just not a third jump and land with the aerial early. He can do cross-ups and all this stuff due to the versatility having a third jump gives him. And I think the biggest strength about him is actually his advantage state. So I didn't even mention how big his anti-airs are. His up air is massive and kills. Up tilt, same thing. Up smash, same thing. Dash attack is going to be good for catching landings. Neutral B is going to be good for cutting landings like off, like covering all these different options. Neutralize is going to be great for catching landings because it lingers. Same with fair. Like all these things he has are going to be so good for catching landings from above that you're not going to be able to challenge him from above. You're going to have to go to a ledge. However, since he has big hitboxes that linger and cover a lot of options, the ledge game might also be really hard to deal with against Ridley. And finally, I think his edge guarding is insane, because down air is going to be really good for edge guarding potentially if you force like linear recoveries out, like a Robin up B, and he has to go to the ledge, you can just down air him. You know, neutral air is going to be... Neutral is just an amazing tool, by the way. I just keep talking about how it's good for everything, it's because it kind of is. Back air is going to be killing. But the biggest thing about his edge guarding game is his neutral B. His neutral B is going to allow him to force recoveries in ways he wants, because he can do it below the opponent and force a high recovery and edge guard him after they're forced to go high. But he can also jump neutral B, make it go above the opponent, and then force a low recovery, and then edge guard them from going low, depending on the character, its situation, percents, whatever you want. And I think that alone is going to be really good, because you're not going to take neutral B when it's like a lot of damage, decent pushback, and if someone like double jumps into neutral B, they're going to get bodied. So that's going to just be really annoying. And since I mentioned it has very low cooldown, it's not like Ridley's going to be committing too much if he goes for these neutral Bs to force recoveries. So yeah, that's where I think Ridley's strength lies. Like I said, I think people are mashing too many buttons in these friendlies, which I don't blame them for. They want to figure the game out. But I think people are getting the wrong impression of Ridley because of that. When I think he has good tools, you know, we'll have to see when the game comes out if he's actually good. But I'm just saying, guys, don't count out Ridley just yet based on very early impressions. Everyone's saying, oh, his character's garbage, probably worse in the game, he's not going to be usable. And you know what I see? I just see the same thing we see in every single game. We haven't developed the game enough at all. We haven't even got to play the full game. You can't say shit. Okay, guys. If you like this video, let me know. If you want me to make more videos talking about my impressions on the characters after, you know, studying their frame data by going frame by frame through videos and just theory crafting me more, let me know and I'll do it. And I'll be answering questions about my thoughts on Ridley in the comments below if you have any. So feel free to ask. Okay, peace out, guys.